how about we just
Like, I fell and hit because our trucks have like they're just steel bars.
Look into it
Right.
further.
It got me right in there. I was like, oh, that really hurt.
It works for me.
It works for me.
As long as we have to caveat, we have.
And the other thing, this thing has gone very quick for the sheriff. I mean, he just mentioned, we just started talking about it, and it went really quick.
It's there.
Yeah,
Right.
so it's not like it's been put off.
You're the best.
Jimmy, got one here. Yes, you can. Very much. Okay. Set this here. This here. I'm ready when you guys are.
All right, I'm going to call our March 17th Hancock County Commissioner meeting to order. Before we get going here, just a note to let you know this meeting's being recorded for public viewing. By participating, you all acknowledge that your image, voice, and comments may be captured and made publicly available. Would you all join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
Stands one nation, under God, indivisible.
And then can we have a motion to approve our minutes from our March 4th meeting?
I make a motion that we approve the March 4th meeting minutes as received.
A second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve our commissioner meeting minutes from March 4th, 2025 as presented. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. First item up on our agenda is county highway update.
Good morning. We've got the final right-of-way documents negotiated out with the Southern Hancock County Schools. This is for signature, and I'll probably just have it notarized back at, can you notarize or is Debbie? Okay. I'll probably just have Kim do it back at to sign these by the president.
So Gary,
Okay, make a motion to accept the right-of-way and a grant for a public right-of-way in what school?
From Southern Hancock County
Southern
Schools.
Hancock School, as submitted.
second. It's been moved and seconded that we accept the public right-of-way from New Palestine Community Schools as presented. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Yeah, this is a project, I think, if we had to go faster, I wish it would have went. But
Yeah,
it's
tell me
going,
about it.
so we're getting closer.
Slow and steady.
Yes.
Scott's not here, so he won't be able to give us a condemnations update. We'll catch him at the next meeting. Hopefully he gets feeling better. Old jail and prosecutors, got a call Friday. Those are moving along. So those should be under construction here very soon. 200 North, we did a speed study between 700 West and Buck Creek Road. And with all the new development out there, the speed study does in fact warrant the lowering of that from 55 to 50 miles an hour. So we'll be changing that speed limit soon. Sheriff Buildings Owners Rep Selection.
Gary, it says here 45.
Sorry, from 50 to 45.
Okay.
Oh, my bad. What I wrote down. It's early. Sorry. It's been early for you too, Mr. McDaniel.
Yes.
The Sheriff Buildings Owners Rep Selection. I've completed the rankings from all the different selectors. We had Mr. Spalding, Mr. Poole, Mr. McDaniel, and Ms. Gray rank those. Zerbach Consulting was the top selected person. I would recommend that if you wish, that you make a motion to accept her as your owner's representative for the new sheriff building.
Make a motion that we accept Zerbach, owner's rep, for our new evidence building. What do they call it? Sheriff's evidence building.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. We accept Zerbach Consulting as our owner's rep for the new Sheriff's Support Services Building as presented. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
Scan the scoring with all my other public project bids.
Okay,
In case you're curious, that's how.
okay.
Nice.
Ms. Snow was not.
Shame on her.
We will let Ms. Snow know.
She knows it all.
It's not high school if you're late with your assignment.
No,
Okay, move on.
she had submitted, it just was not a score sheet.
Yes. Okay. State Road 9 detour, you might see on the back. They're gonna have to close it again. I thought we weren't gonna have to do that, but it is a state road and it's a state job, so they can do as they wish. So I'm really trying to encourage them not to detour onto 50 East. It's rough no matter what, but 50 East was particularly rough. So we're going to see nearly the exact same detour again for a couple weeks as they get another pipe run across the road.
Same place.
It's a little bit of a different spot, but close. So, though I do wish we'd done them both at the same time, but not my job, not my call. But that is what we do have coming up. I'll let the news know as soon as they give a date of when they actually want to do that, if they're so gracious enough to tell me. Otherwise, the phones will ring and I'll know they can close it then. Amplify. It appears that they have finalized their design considerations to get that moving, so that should be moving. It's been dry enough, strangely. We got hammered in New Pal, but I guess it didn't hammer them up there as much. It's been dry enough they've been able to continue working. They did have a small delay as they're trying to repair some of the floor slabs. Just FYI, if you're ever talking to builders out here, same with my roads, I tend to use cement for my subbase stabilization versus lime. We do have Brookston Crosby soil everywhere, and it can rain a lot in the spring. The cement is much more forgiving of being wet.
So maybe note to self in our further
Well, as a note to every
construction
civil engineer in this
endeavors to
area,
say,
I hope their civil engineer walks away with this a little
Right.
wiser. We will be, on April the 8th, we'll be opening the bids for the CCMG projects that we just won. So that's a bunch of microsurface throughout the county. We have $3.1 million of that going in this year. Being we have to have it in prior to May. I'm going to ask permission after that. I'm going to open them. I'm going to say what the bids are. I'm going to ask for permission ahead of time on April 8th to go ahead and award that prior to the May meeting. So what it'll look like is we're going to look at some of the stuff. I'm going to email out to you. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you permission to award it after I notify you of the results. So we'll make that motion at that time, but it'll be a little bit different. I was hoping to talk to Scott about it while he's here, but we'll cover it at the next meeting. Because I just want to make sure we meet that deadline. We did win quite a bit of CCMG money again, so.
CCMG?
Community crossing,
Yes.
yes,
What, you got a little over $1 million, didn't you?
1.1.
Good.
I'll be at road school. I'm going to work today. I'll head up there this evening. I hope to meet a great deal of the NDOT people. They have a huge change of leadership over there. A lot of them go up on Monday night, so my goal is to try to at least make contact with most of the new people. I know some of the old people that are still there. I'm hoping to use them to meet them because all those grants come from them. So we need to make sure we know who they are and they know who we are. Corey asked me about 901 Osage lease ending in July. I think Corey would like it not to continue. I'll let you talk to him later about that. So
We need to sit down and have a heart-to-heart with the gentleman who leases that. It's a great property. It's just some of the vehicles over there get, the amount
I
that's been out
understand.
there just gets out of hand.
I do like not mowing it. I do like not insuring it. I do like not having to check on it, but I don't like all the cars.
Yeah.
But that's a call for the commissioners to make. Court came to me last week asking about that. So I'd have a sit down, set that up. Miriam can set up that meeting if you wish. But the time's coming in July when we could not extend the lease if we wish. But we should let them know probably in June.
Give them a heads up.
Yep. State House 183, Senate Bill 183, that's the vegetation at corners, usually crop and stuff, that is stalled. There's some sections about liability that obviously the property owner had concerns about, and then there's parts that the county had concerns about. So it's always difficult to pass a bill at the state. No one wants it to be scary, right? No one wants to be sued over anything. So that's exactly, the county will lobby against one, landowners will lobby against the other. I recommended that they just make the bill soft, like without a lot of the litigation type stuff in it, and then try to add it on later in future years. But our lobbyists should be working on that, and we'll see if it moves forward. 1198 passed, so that's good. That was the one I was working on. And Senate Bill 1, as I said in the last meeting, who knows where that will land. I think the finest minds don't know where that will land.
1198 was the one that increased the amount of work that could be
Yeah.
done by local government from 250 to 500,000.
Yes. It'll basically allow me to use grants like CCMG and other things. It'll make it less administratively burdensome to use that and get 50% off on just like paving, things like that.
That'll help a lot of local communities, smaller communities as well.
Yeah, it'll definitely help.
Beginning.
It'll definitely help communities like ours. Like this is right in our wheelhouse. I used to do all sorts of chipping and paving with CCMG money. It just became too difficult. Now, of course, the private side lobby doesn't want us to do that because they would make money
want
on
them
it.
to- exactly.
So there's competition on it. I get it. But we also pointed out that there's a gap developing where a lot of the large companies don't want to bid on road construction under $1 million because we can spend $1 million really fast, unfortunately. And if they've barred us from working on anything above $250,000, or we're still at $375,000, there's a gap between $375,000 and $1 million. And there's lots of road projects, smaller ones that can fit in there that now all of a sudden I can't do them and I can't hire someone to do them. So we're trying to avoid that. So we've closed the gap a little bit on that. Just FYI, our last fatal accident was in June 26th of 24. So I'm hoping to make it to June to at least get 12 months. And then I 1 year, I want to have one full year of. So news, please tell everybody to drive safely and wear their seatbelts. Just tell them to take their time. And as a team, maybe we can have a 0 year. That's a professional goal of mine. So
There was a great thing I'd seen, a reminder of what people should do. Keep your eyes on the road and your head out of your apps, APPS. So that
watching out the windshield is a fantastic way to drive safely. Like looking out of the car is good,
little personal responsibility there.
especially while it's moving. So we can encourage people to use the front windshield. They put it in there for a reason.
Right.
Barring any questions, that's all I have for this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you this afternoon.
Thank you, Gary. Corey Taylor and a facilities update, annex update.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
Got something real quick. The IT offices are moving along really well. They're getting ready to paint. When the building inspector came in, they did note that the IT storage area, which is wood stud framing, needs to come out and be replaced with metal stud. So I had Byron Agem submit a quote to replace that. It would be demoing it and then installing new for a total price of $6,798.
Do we have a copy of that quote? It is an email.
After the titles.
Right here? That's real power here.
It's just an email, so it's.
It'll look like this.
Okay.
But we did get an email with that figure in it, so.
Yes, we did.
Your titles and your package.
Not in a quote form, it's just on the email they sent us.
Oh, here it is, right here. Should be the second, after your titles there. There you go,
Okay.
down at the bottom.
Okay. Here's Corey's, here's the one.
60. Do any of you have a problem accepting this, basically a change order for additional work?
Make a motion to accept the change order
Second.
for additional work for the basement of the annex building.
It's been moved and seconded that we accept the change order from Meyer Najum for additional work in the annex IT storage room to come up to code for the city of Greenfield in an amount not to exceed $6,798 as presented. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
That is all I've got.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So we,
With it.
Deb, should we sign this even though it's just an email for like a clarification that we,
We'll have it in the minutes.
Yes, with it.
Mandy Gray, come on down.
Yeah, she already.
Came in after.
Okay.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Okay, I just gave you a packet. You probably received most of that information last week in an email from Sarah. But one quote, an updated quote, did come in from one of the contractors after 12 o'clock on Friday. So I put that in your packet as well. These are the same three.
Tell us which one did come afternoon.
No, but it was Willpower.
Okay.
So they're the same three companies that we've looked at previously. I haven't been here to be able to explain any of this because we've had a lot of staff changes in our office. So I'm here now to answer all the questions that you may have about the need for our kitchen remodel or update. I gave you a timeline to try to explain some of those gaps that maybe you had. We had a different CED that previously asked for a kitchen update back in October. About 3 weeks after she asked for that update or for that option, the quote was over $50,000 at that time. So she was asked by commissioners to get 3 quotes. And then about 3 weeks after that, I became CED. So then we had to start that process all over again. So I started fresh with that. And so that's why it's taken so long to get to this point. So I have 3 updated quotes. I know that Dee Dee was nice enough to try to present these for me 2 weeks ago when I was out sick. And she only knew the basis of what we were asking for. So back in October, we were just asking for a kitchen update. Our kitchen is really old in our Purdue Extension office. In fact, the cabinets are from someone's home probably 35 years ago. So they're in need of repair. But as we were working with contractors in our office talking about making those basic updates, I worked with Corey, of course, and we were trying to figure out what we really need in our kitchen for programming. If we're going to spend money to update our kitchen, and we do a lot of programming under the realm of health and wellness, what would be the most beneficial for spending money? And so that's why our quotes are different now than they were in the very beginning. I teach a lot of food preservation classes, cooking classes, all types of classes under the health and wellness umbrella. And our kitchen just isn't set up for that whatsoever. I try to go across the street and use the fairgrounds kitchen, which is technically a commercial kitchen. But of course, they're going to let someone rent that out and make money and use that as often as they can, they let me use that for free for programs when it's available, which isn't that often. And then I have to carry carloads full of stuff over to the fairgrounds in order to teach those programs. So we thought it would be beneficial to update this kitchen in order to offer programs, community programs, food preservation programs, 4-H programs, cooking schools, things like that. We would be able to offer a lot more programming in our community if we had that update.
And does the kitchen get used quite a bit now in its current state, or?
It does not. We try. We do our best that we can. It's not a very big kitchen. It's just a basic square kitchen, and I actually don't know I don't know if Corey knows the size of our kitchen. It's just a basic small square kitchen. There's no room for expansion, so we've had to rule that out. So when meeting with the contractors, I kind of gave them my idea to see what they would come up with on the best way to open that up. So that's why we ended up having that 4x6 cut out on the wall to open it up into our classroom so that I can have people standing outside the kitchen being able to see in with a countertop and prep space so that they're still included in what's going on inside the kitchen at the same time. And then in the previous quotes, there were commercial appliances which really raised that price. I worked with, after you met with Dee Dee 2 weeks ago, I worked with the contractors to rule out commercial appliances. Number one, they just won't fit in that space the right way. And so we ruled that out, which is why the quote is significantly lower, especially from Willpower.
I see that. I kind of wondering as far as the actual 78 and all that. I mean, some of the others are, I thought, quite high.
Yes.
So, okay. This is
And-
much better.
Yes, this is much better. You know, there's a lot of ideas out there, and we had to kind of reel it in and see what would really work, what would be realistic and feasible. The price did drop quite a bit, and the only difference between the two that you talked about previously with Dee Dee would be Reese Construction and Willpower. Those would be the two that I feel like would fit best with their ideas and the way they lay it out. There's a price difference because I tried to compare apples to apples as much as I possibly can for your sake to be able to see the same things being done in the kitchen. But one contractor had a different idea of moving the sink to another wall, which would increase the price because he has to move all the plumbing over. But it also would help with the flow of that kitchen. But regardless, the kitchen isn't that big, so either way would work.
And you met with all three parties.
Yes, multiple times, yeah.
You have a comfort level.
I do, the Reese Consulting, I really was happy with, and Willpower. They were both very professional, efficient. They listened to exactly what I asked and what I said. And one of the one of the employees at Reese Construction actually does home food preservation. So that was really helpful because he knows exactly what I'm talking about and how you have to navigate the kitchen and the big canners that you have and why they need to fit into a deep sink and why a pot filler would be important. All of those things he was familiar with because he does this in his home. So that's why he had that idea of moving the plumbing over to the other side, which is the more expensive quote. But I like both of those companies quite a bit.
So this one says 73.5, but the Willpower is 76. What's the difference? They two different.
Yes, the Willpower was 67, and Reese Contracting is 78. So the reason Reese Contracting was more expensive was because they're the ones that want to move the plumbing on the other side of the kitchen.
So are we signing this today or what? Like a bid.
Corey, looks like Corey has some.
That bid,
Yeah.
that looks like a premium.
Premium Mechanical is
That's their bid.
yeah.
That's their bid.
Okay.
what would you desire to do?
I like the willpower.
I do too.
And I'd make a motion that we award Willpower Construction Management LLC with the job at the Purdue Extension to redo their kitchen.
And that could be paid for out of the 2022 BGO bond.
To be paid out of the 2022 BGO bond.
Second?
It's been moved and seconded that we accept the bid from Willpower Construction Management LLC for the Hancock County Extension Office kitchen remodel, commercial kitchen remodel, as presented in an amount not to exceed $67,802.35 to be paid for out of the 2022 BGO bond. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes.
Thank you. The next thing that I had was the change in job title. We currently do not have an office manager, what it's called right now. I'm the office manager also right now, so I would love to get this position approved and filled so I don't have to do 3 jobs any longer. So it was office manager. Purdue has asked that we change the title. They didn't specify what to change the title to. I have had communication with county HR and with Kelly and Deborah Carnes, and she suggested the title of bookkeeper. And I did attach in your packet the job title change, and then the county list of job categories, and I highlighted where bookkeeper falls, so you have an idea of what office manager would be replaced by bookkeeper.
So we're creating a new position.
Position still stands, just the job title.
Just the job title change.
Okay.
Salary Committee's been working really hard to make sure everything is in line with actually the skills that they need and require to do the job, and in unison and uniform across the county. And when they saw the initial job description with finance and admin assistant, they didn't feel like that fit in. Deborah, if I misspoke, please
Okay,
tell me.
It was just more the financial administrator is the one that helped financial report. More detailed in our funds. But I feel like what she was looking for was a good suggestion. I recommend maybe you talk to Kelly and did she agree on that?
Yes.
The reason I asked that is because you said you were doing 3 jobs there. I didn't know if, we were creating a whole new position. Okay.
No, I hope not. I don't plan to keep all 3 of those jobs. I would love to have
So
someone take over.
the name of the position is going to go from finance and administrative assistant to bookkeeper. Correct.
Yes. It was office manager.
Okay.
I was just proposing 2 weeks ago, Dee Dee was proposing in my place the title change then. But really, we were just bringing it to you to see if you would approve. Purdue honestly doesn't care what it's titled, honestly. They just didn't want it to sound like anyone was managing people in our office in that role.
So do you see a problem with
I
it?
don't have any issue with changing the job title.
Okay, I make a motion that we allow Purdue Extension to change a job description from office manager to bookkeeper.
Second?
It's been moved and seconded that we approve the changing for the Purdue Extension of a position title from office manager to bookkeeper as requested. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
So
Thank
we
you.
have
Have
nothing
a
to sign.
bookkeeper.
We have nothing to sign on
Is
this
there?
Reflected in the minutes.
minutes.
Okay,
So you can
all right.
track that with the personnel record.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And last, I don't know if I need to present this, but since it was presented 2 weeks ago on my behalf, I feel like I should just share with you that our Hancock County Master Gardeners. We're looking for a water vessel to keep on our property because the demonstration gardens are all over the property. And yes, there is a hose and a spigot, but there's only one at our office. And Dee Dee might have shared a picture with you of this lovely tank that they wanted to put on our property. Since then, I shared your comments with them and concerns, and so they have come up with a much prettier option, and I put a picture of it in there, what they were proposing 2 weeks ago versus what they are proposing now. They found a rain barrel, multiple rain barrels, but it looks like a giant flower pot. And they can fill those with water, and then it's also a rain barrel to catch water as well. And the size is much smaller, much more appealing, I would think.
They must have, and no, a longer garden hose is not an option. They must have taken that back to them.
Yes, I shared your concerns with them that Dee Dee shared with me, and they wanted us to, the garden, they're mostly seniors, and rolling up a 150-foot garden hose is very difficult for them, so anything longer would be even more of a struggle.
And is
So this is an option.
something you would be paying for out of the extension budget?
They have their own budget to pay for. We just
You
thought
just need
maybe
the
we needed
approval.
permission since it was your property.
Much improved.
It does look better.
Much better, right?
And I know you're an ag-based agency, and the ag application we were talking about was like the plastic tank and the
Yes.
square, and this is, very
Much, yeah, this is much of
much
a
better, more
improvement. Yes.
aesthetically pleasing. Any issue with it?
I don't have any.
It's great.
Perfect.
Sure, I'd make a motion that we approve the Purdue extension and the purchase of their Barcelona 100-gallon rain barrel in brownstone in an amount not to exceed $294.13 as presented.
Second,
Is there taxes on that?
probably. Well, you're
We
non-exempt.
don't
aren't
That
you?
To be
price-
tax exempt, yes.
Okay, thank you. Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve the Purdue extension request to purchase the Barcelona 100-gallon rain barrel in brownstone as presented. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mandy.
We do have a lot. Mike Gibson, do you want to come on up and we'll get your right-of-way dedication out of the way?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Same to you.
Thanks for getting me in here quickly. I'm here today for a Schweer minor subdivision. It's a two-lot minor subdivision located at 6158 West, 300 South. You already have right-of-way in that area. We're dedicating a total of 0.184, if my math works. So it's a 50-foot total right-of-way. That's where 300 South, yeah, half.
Half right-of-way.
Yeah. It's where 300 South kind of bends and curves right there.
And where was that, 100 South, did you say? 300 South.
Mike, what's that intersecting?
600 West.
6 West, okay.
That's the road that goes into Village.
Okay. That's all right.
Make a motion to approve the 0.184 acre half right-of-way at 300 South, 600 West.
Second,
It's been moved and seconded that we accept the .184 acres, 50-foot half right-of-way at 3 South and 600 West for the Schweer Minor subdivision as presented by Mike Gibson. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
The second one is Edge 1 minor subdivision located in a 12,000 block of North Alford Road. It's a 3-lot minor subdivision with apologize, 0.121 acres of right-of-way. It's a 35-foot half right-of-way on the east side of Alford Road.
Can I have that number again?
0.121.
This one I'm sure is some discussion.
The other intersection road there. You got three,
It's a private drive, but it's north of 1000 North and Alford Road.
okay. Make a motion to accept the half right-of-way at 1,000 North and Alford Road. Is that what it is? Okay, and as presented from the Brooks Edge 1 minor subdivision, section 07-T17N-R7E.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we accept the .121 acres, 35-foot half right-of-way on the east side of Alford Road, north of 1000 North for the Brooks Edge 1 minor sub, section 07, T as in Tom, 17, N as in Nora, R as in Robert, 7E as in Edward, as presented by Mike Gibson. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
And the last one that I have is just south of that 3-lot minor sub, same area, it's adjacent to it. 0.321 acres of a 35-foot half right-of-way. Brooks Edge 2 minor subdivision.
0.12,
321.321.
1, and half right-of-way, 35 foot.
And this is still at 1,000 North, basically in Alford Road, okay? I would make a motion that we approve the
Half right-of-way.
half right-of-way for Brooks Edge 2 minor subdivision, section 07-T17N-R7E in Green Township, 0.321 at 1,000 North, just south of Alford Road.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. We accept the half right-of-way in the Brooks Edge 2 minor subdivision, section 7T17N-R7E. It's .321 acres. It's a 31.5-foot right-of-way in the area of 1,000 North and Alford Road, as presented by Mike Gibson. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
There you go.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you.
Have a good day.
Kelly's not here. Do you want to go ahead and approve claims and payroll?
Make a motion to approve claims and payroll as presented.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. We approve claims and payroll as presented. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
Did we want to open the bid?
Let's go ahead and do our bid opening. We'll be opening our one bid for construction services for the Sheriff's Support Services Building.
We had one up here.
You know what?
Yeah, we did have one over here.
Deborah's hauling it down there.
I am. It was hiding.
Thank you. We received only one bid for the support services building with the sheriff's office, and it was from Garmong. So, that's all we need on it.
And then we'll take a motion to accept the bid from Garmong Construction as presented.
Get that? I'll second that.
Sure. All right. It's been moved and seconded. We accept the bid from Garmong Construction for the Sheriff's Support Services Building as presented. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes.
Okay. In the auditor's business, we'll take care of that.
Yeah.
Deb?
We have your disbursement number 2 that and sign off on for Huntington to make the payments for the, out of the Amplify bond.
Make a motion that we approve the $2,080,006. But hang on, let me back. Okay.
Practice saying it.
Oh, you did.
It just, it reads odd.
It'd be $2,080,006.18. Dang. To be the for construction fund disbursement for the Amplify Center.
Second.
There's 3 invoices.
There are, so we're just accepting those invoices as paid then.
Yeah, we just need somebody to sign off on it so I can have Huntington the checks for those invoices.
Okay. It's been moved and seconded that what were we doing with that? What'd you title that, Gary?
It was construction
To we sign-
disbursement. Affidavit.
We signed the affidavit for construction fund disbursement for the Amplify project in the amount of $2,080,006.18. It does throw you off.
Yeah, it does.
To be accepted by the county. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. Want to all sign off on that.
There's another page there, for the authority.
Oh.
There you go.
Okay.
Let me change that. Just so you're not the only one that.
That would be perfect.
He's responsible for it.
Yeah.
Share the love.
The $80.60 and, yeah, all that, that's concerning, but
Oh, yeah.
Is that all you have, Deborah?
That is all that I have. I don't know if you saw the email that I sent. We're gonna take those numbers and match them up with claims. Better idea exactly what has already been paid.
okay.
Appreciate that.
Kayla Brooks?
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Today to bring to you a rezone petition for Sandra and Jimmy Bledsoe, located at 7015 West 350 North, Greenfield, Indiana, which is near the Mount Comfort corridor area. After a recent discussion with the attorney representing the petition, Sylvia Miller, petitioner would like to request a 30-day continuance.
From us?
Sylvia Miller is here to speak on that if you'd like to talk to her about it.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry.
Can you state your name and spell your last name?
I can. Sylvia Miller, and my first name is Silvia. It's harder to spell than my last name. I was retained on Thursday to speak on behalf of the petitioners, and we've actually been discussing a different use for the property that would be more in line with what the county is looking for development in that area. So I'm asking for a 30-day continuance so we can kind of develop those plans and bring that forth.
And the planning commission is okay with that request as well? I mean, excuse me, the planning department, would they be okay with that request? Commissioners, would you be okay with that request?
I would. Make a motion to approve the Bledsoe rezone extension as stated, 30 days.
Thank you so much.
Well, second.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve the 30-day continuance in the Bledsoe rezoning case as presented. Any discussion?
I
All
just
those-
have one question, if I could, is
Yes.
this doesn't approve the final
No.
project, just the extension? Okay,
Right.
I'm good. Thank you.
All right. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You're welcome.
Commissioner. Binky to weigh in.
Yeah.
So his unsafe building hearing will be off the, okay. Any further from planning?
Yes. I wanted to give you a brief update on staffing in the planning department. As you may have heard, Holly Kinker will be departing from county employment on April 4th. She's accepted a position at McCordsville. So we wish her the best of luck there. And also, since then, Darla Smoke, my zoning compliance inspector, has let me know that she is going to be looking at retiring. Her last day will be July 3rd. So I've got a pretty big gap to fill now in the planning department pretty quickly. So I'm foreseeing a little bit of a, I guess, a need to maybe patch up or backfill some staffing needs, and I would like to request the ability to get some proposals from consultants for on-call planning services. Is that-
I would highly recommend that you do that myself personally, because you're going to be.
Right, and from our last experience in hiring you, when we had Mike Dale and Larry Strange leave, it took quite a bit of time to find people, because if the people are out there, they're either fully retired or they're already working for somebody else with kind of experience that we need. And then I just read an Indy Star article last week that said Hancock County's back up there again as the one of two fastest growing counties in the state of Indiana, along with. And if we're one of the fastest growing counties, you can't operate the planning department with two people. So please go out and seek some contractual assistance for personnel services for the planning department. Come back with those and let us know.
Will do.
And in the meantime, keep looking.
Yeah, and you're going to go ahead, you're posting Holly's and Darla's openings right
Yes,
away.
at least Holly's for now, yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Let me know if there's anything else that this board needs.
Work with Kelly in HR.
All right, will do. Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right, thank you. There's a community corrections grant support letter.
Right here. And they're wanting to seek grants, is that what it is?
So letter of support, if
Okay. Make a motion to sign the letter of support for Hancock County Community Corrections to send out request or seek grant funding for
Second.
jail treatment services and justice reinvestment grant as
Second.
presented.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that we give our favorable recommendation to the Community Corrections Department. Apply for our Community Corrections Jail Treatment Services and Justice Reinvestment Grant as presented. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Yes.
Make a motion to approve resolution 2025, do I have to present this first, or we've already done that?
Yeah, you're adopting it.
Okay. Adopt resolution number 2025-3-10, a resolution adopting Hancock County, Indiana public meeting recording, streaming, and storage policy as presented.
Second.
And then it's been moved and seconded. We adopt
Correct number, I wrote it on the top.
adopt resolution number 2025-3-10 as presented. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. And then do we need, I think we need to suspend the rules on the day of introduction for the adoption.
I think we,
Or have we already done that? Did
we've already
just-
done that,
We already
haven't we?
did that.
well,
Remember writing it for the, might just want to go.
I'd make a motion to suspend the rules to approve on the day of adoption
Yes.
or an introduction.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we suspend the rules on the day of introduction for resolution number 2025-3-10, a resolution adopting Hancock County, Indiana public meeting recording, streaming, and storage policy as presented. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye, motion passes.
Do this one next.
That uploaded
Please, or, yeah, just
and
post
posted outside.
post that policy in a place where it can be seen. I know Bernie's not here. He's got some other things that are going to come along with it, some signage.
You're fine.
Yes.
Okay. I would make a, what is the ordinance number on the self-insurance fund?
Oh, the fund that you're
Establish.
creating.
2025.
Talking about the fund that we're creating. From State Board of Accounts.
Okay, so do we want to hold on this then,
I
or
was
can we
hoping that
establish?
could Go ahead and make a motion to establish that fund and. Or could you just hold on that so I can double check with Mary, because I
Okay,
circle back to that.
yeah.
Sure.
Thanks.
Sure.
Sorry about that. I'll have an answer for you. She's got it on here. I'm sorry. It's Fund 4700.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's right there.
Sorry.
Make a motion to approve, or an ordinance establishing the self-insurance fund, fund number 4700 as presented.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we adopt ordinance number 2025-3E, an ordinance establishing the self-insurance fund with the fund number being 4700 as presented. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Bless you. Aye. It's non-existent anymore. That.
Are we going to do this?
I don't think we have the.
We don't have it.
We don't have the
Information.
CERTA resolution to be able to act on, so it's another
Continue?
continued item.
What about
So
the loan agreement?
the CERTA resolution, so Sarah still doesn't have it. So just please put that again on action items for our next meeting.
I'll follow up with Nikki as well, see if you can send it as soon.
Okay.
Okay. And we don't have the 4-H loan agreement?
Right here.
Got it.
We got it.
Good deal.
Okay, let's do the 4-H loan agreement and affidavit of completion.
Okay, make a motion to approve the loan agreement between Hancock County 4-H Agricultural Association Incorporated and Hancock County, Indiana, as presented.
Second.
Second, yeah. It's been moved and seconded that we accept the loan agreement between the Hancock County 4-H Agricultural Association and Hancock County, Indiana, as presented. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
And I'd like to make a motion to approve the affidavit of completion between Hancock County 4-H Agricultural Association and Hancock County, Indiana, as presented.
Second.
Moved and seconded that we approve the affidavit of completion for the Hancock County 4-H Agricultural Association,
In Hancock County.
Hancock County, as presented. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. Yes. Yeah, on both those pages.
Okay, is that everything on our list?
There's a BOT RFQ for infrastructure to put out, and what that entails is information that we could gather from companies who would potentially bid on products to let us know what are our infrastructure needs, specifically in that growing area of the county known as the mega site area. But not only that, just all over our community, without us investing any kind of money in doing that. So those kind of things happen where the consultant crunches numbers and puts those in a proposal. We get to look at the proposal, but that does not mean we're going to accept any kind of action on that. It's a great way to find out what our needs are in the infrastructure world.
Well, you're ready for a motion?
Yeah.
I move that we approve the Hancock County request for proposals and qualifications for our infrastructure project throughout the county in accordance with IC Code 5-23-5.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we send out a request for qualifications for build, operate, transfer on infrastructure projects in Hancock County as presented in accordance with Indiana Code 523-5. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
And I don't have that in this packet.
You want to
I just
copy?
have it.
Oh, you just got it.
No, so Sarah, can you make sure that that is posted wherever we need to post that for public viewing? Kelly Ellert.
Just wanted to give you a brief update. We met with Apex Benefits to talk about our annual clinical review. So they went back and looked at all the claims from 2024 and kind of projected where we may be. They're going to continue to look at our 2025 claims before we get the rates for in time for budget meeting. We got those dates set. We're going to get the open enrollment date set. The information they provided in that clinical review, they also provided some suggestions, so we'll continue to work with them to move towards lowering costs. That's all I have. Is there anything you guys have for me?
We're all scheduled to go with Brentwood Friday at 3 o'clock. Is that correct? Or Thursday at 3 o'clock?
It's not, it's
the attorney.
the attorney. It's the other thing. It's not Brentwood.
No, we have another one.
Thursday is the one that I'll be involved with. Brentwood must be Friday?
Brentwood,
Brentwood's Thursday.
Liability,
Yeah,
that's the
that's right.
insurance, yeah.
Yes,
yeah. Friday.
yes, she's scheduling the attorneys. We're going to put up the notices today.
So there'll be two things. Thursday is at 4 o'clock.
I'm going to put out a reminder for this week. I forgot to do it last week, but of our safety meeting, that all the imperative that all department heads show up to talk about the pathways for claims when they come back to the county. So I will have that